We're on to round 2. Roni, good pony here. And Cody's already in training mode. Training him around a little bit. Standing right in front of the camera.
Yeah. This let's talk about this 2-rein button for a minute. There's a lot to know about it. A lot of ways you can use it, but in this particular situation, if I'm snubbing a horse for somebody, or just for nobody, I'm just snubbing a horse around, ponying him around a little bit. See, if I have that, if I drop my hand down like that, you got all this slack, and that's fine for clicking off some rhythm through the sage. But in this situation, I wouldn't want him to get his head through there or whatever. So what I could do is pretty handy, just take that 2-rein button, here's 1, 2, and you just slide this down, see? And so it sort of keeps it there. And then I could just concentrate on my job. I don't have to worry about that getting too low. So it's just a little detail. You don't have to do it, but it's there, so why not use it?
Well, and there's a reason the old guys put it there.
Yeah,
you know,
all these.
So it's like your brakes on your pickup. They're there. You don't have to use them, but you might as well because they're there.
Right. There you go. Let's get lined up here. Let's bring that front end through just like that. That was nice.
This colt here, he's the same deal. He hadn't been touched since he was a weanling, about 6 months old. He's got a couple days that he's been handled. He's a lot stickier, kind of a colt, but we're just gonna roll with it. We'll figure him out.
My horse sort of wants to chew on him a little bit, so
he's kind of a cranky old thing.
Yeah, just keep him off him, and so you just lift up straight there. A lot of times, if people are going crooked with their horses, and little trick, if you just lift up straight with both reins, that usually straightens them out. There we go. So it's just get those shoulders coming through. So just get these straight lines going past him. There we go. That was nice, and then we'll just see if he can. There. Yep. Lost my brakes there a little bit. There we go. You're okay. There, that's what I'm talking about. So then pretty soon, what happens last happens first, and he just leads on up. Right through here. Give him a little time there. There, he's getting it.
He's starting to kind of think about it a little bit.
There we go. That's pretty good. I'll just not dally that this time and see if he can come through here. My horse says, I'll help you out, Cody. I'll help you out here. So I'm trying to get away here a little bit. I need to hit a straight line, but right there we go. There's my straight line out of there pretty much. And see if I can walk all 4 feet out of that.
There you go.
I'll dally on a little bit. There we go. Freed up. Okay, now we'll go to the other side. This is get my horse to rate back a little bit. See, there we go.
We come out of that, pardon me, come out of that one real kosher. want everybody to notice that when Cody's dallying on the wrong side, he's also dallying backwards. If you dally rightwards on the wrong side, you'll get in a wreck. So we had a little battery malfunction there. No big deal. Swapped the batteries out, but this colt's ready. We think he's ready. We're ready, whether he's ready or not, right?
That's right. We'll get ready together.
God, that's a pretty sounding bridle.
Yeah, that Andy Winklehand's pretty good. Pretty good bit maker over there in Germany.
I'm gonna, never thought I'd order a California style bit from a German, but I think it's gonna happen.
They're getting pretty damn good though. They're getting handy over there. Some good braiders, bit makers coming from over there.
There's darn sure some good braiders. I hadn't seen any bits yet, but I sure like that one.
Yep.
I just didn't really like that reaction very good, so I'm just gonna do it again. Man, I like that a little better. This snub man's job is to hold the colt man's quirt.
There we go.
Hi, Pink. Same deal. I'm trying, and it's hard to do. It looks like the easiest thing in the world, watching a guy that's been starting colts for 20 years. But it's hard to do to not sneak around these colts. And just saddle him, be polite, but saddle him like you're broke, like he's broke. Here comes the pull. Notice I warned Cody that things are getting tight, because that's, if horse is gonna blow up, that's when he's gonna do it. I'm actually gonna tighten it a little bit on the other side.
Okay.
Rony, good pony. Good Lord, he says. How'd you get over here? Here comes the pull. That colt's got a little bit of a dust cough. He's not sick. It's April, I think, around here. The wind blows like a son of a gun, and just a lot of dust. He just got a little dust cough. Cody and I do too. And the colt can't drink beer to knock the dust out of him.
All right, let's see how it does here with the saddle. Like I said, just get those feet stepping. I want all 4 feet. I mean, it's not like I'm just concentrating on the shoulder. We want all 4 feet to come, but if they get stuck, see, and you can go behind or the front, really, honestly. But I'm going to work on the front. Dally off just a little bit here. See if I can bring them out of that. And then you take this little bit of a circle here, see, and then you turn that into a straight line. My horse is a little squirrely because he wants to eat him, but so this is so good for the camera because this is about riding the horses as they are. If you go to a ranch, you're going to get strung horses, meaning you're going to get handed, 6 to 8 horses, for instance, and you're going to have to ride them how they are. And so you learn to get along with them. Might not look pretty sometimes. I didn't create this monster. Just got to ride him as he gets. So anyway, but yeah, this is pretty important here. This is, now if they're, he's pretty low energy colt here. But if he was higher energy, well, I'd be doing something completely different. But so this is just the example for this situation. And so what's important for me is just get him stepping. I'll take him in this circle here and try to get him to free it there, right there, a little bit. And sometimes you only get a couple steps. All 4 feet though, see. And so get this straight line coming out. There's okay. And then I'll go ahead and commit. And so he'll draw on that a little bit. And then he gets the slack. Draw on that a little bit. Easy paint. There. Got to rake my horse back a little bit. So of course, the better you have your saddle horse rating off that, where you can control the speed of your own horse's feet, then the better job you'll do of ponying them.
And there was a bunch of skill involved in what you guys just saw there, because Paint likes to go fast and take chances. He's not about going slow. So what Cody did, you can't understand how pretty that was unless you've rode this paint horse.
There we go. There. Just that little moment. And there was a lot of times I was feeling, and no excuses, but it is what it is. And so I needed my horse to rake back a little bit to give this colt a reward. So he started freeing up his feet. And then in some of those moments, I wanted to ease off. I could have popped my dollies, I guess, but I just wanted to ease off just a little bit. And then he kept giving her the onion there. And then we went into another pull, right? Then I got him, he was resisted, then he came up again. So it's sort of oscillating like that back and forth. Well, pretty soon, he'll just free up and come right up. But you just want him to understand the slack's coming out. I'll just use my hand this time. The slack's starting to come out. All 4 feet. You want all 4 feet. All 4 feet. Try to hit this straight line.
Pretty work.
And just like that. I'll dally on. There. There. That's good. That's good. Pretty dusty in here. We had a hell of a windstorm come through here and we were all hacking. Yesterday, you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face, so he's probably got some dust in his lungs like we all do.
Well, and on top of that, I'll add to that this horse he's just been outside. He's just been on the range for a year and a half now, and then brought him in. He's been on hay a week. That hay's got some dust in it.
Oh, there you go. That too, huh?
And so it's just a little old dust cough.
Yep.
You happy with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're gonna just for grins, we're gonna do a traditional snub here, the way you would do with a something that was kind of tough. This horse doesn't need it, and I tell you, I'm the last one in the world wants to do this because I hate doing this. But we're gonna do it just to kind of show everybody how it works. Cody's gonna snub him up. I'm gonna step on him. He's gonna lead me off a little bit, and then when we all feel like it's cool,
yep,
he'll hand me my rein. I'm gonna go ahead and turn him around the back of his saddle.
You bet.
Just cause. Nope. Just cause that's what I'm
you
gonna
bet.
do.
Yep.
Got it hung under my stirrup there.
Little things like that happen. It doesn't get, it's, like, shoot, it got hung up in the stirrup. But that's okay. That's nothing to be frustrated about, because what that horse is gaining is some experience. And that rope going anywhere and everywhere. So it just all adds up to the whole.
Guy asked me one time, he was watching me do this. He says, how many times you've been kicked doing that? I said, never. If I'd ever been kicked doing this, I wouldn't do it anymore. But the truth in that statement is, if the maneuver is working correctly, he can't kick you. If he's turning and moving around like that right there,
yeah,
he can't kick me if it's working right.
Yeah. You know, I was a farrier for a long time. Well, so when those horses get to kicking, I just get them to move in their feet. They can't kick if they're moving their feet forward, right? Not as easily anyway. And so you just turn that behavior. They start to kick, you ask them to move when they start to kick, and then pretty soon, if they get unsure, instead of kicking, they just move, and then you turn that into a standstill, and there you go.
You owe me one more, Ronnie. He didn't like me on this side. I think that's pretty obvious. That's some of my, evidently I didn't do my homework as good as I should have. But that's something that's going to come up with this in this ride. And I know it, Paint knows it, Cody knows it, Ronnie doesn't know it. But it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to blow up a buck or be stupid or anything, but it's going to be an issue.
Right.
You like it?
Yep, we're good. See how I drew on that? If you watch that tape again, I sort of got him tracking up a little bit.
Yep.
So he didn't get tight.
Give me the advantage there.
Yeah.
Because that horse was moving away, made him step forward, so I had the advantage.
Yep.
And I just sat and waited. And like I said, Cody and I haven't worked together a whole bunch. But two guys know how to do something, it just works.
I'm just going to be careful that colt doesn't get behind me. So I got a little bit of a short rope here. And then every once in a while, Bret will do his thing, but he may or may not add a little leg, so or a little feel to go forward at times. And so if this colt starts to get stuck,
yeah, just
add to it.
And I'm just starting that now. Those first couple strides I didn't. I just let it be. But this is where the advantage is, and I'm not one to touch my horse on his hip. But if you are, this is the time to do it. Move around here, see, there, you got me. And that horse saw me out of that eye, so I may as well take advantage. Paint's a savage. I may as well take advantage while I got it, and show him over on this side, show him that I'm here. He grabbed a little bit that first time, and then he went, oh, well, gosh, that ain't a big deal. Gosh dang, that cough. So here's the other thing I'm going to do, since I'm a guy that uses a quirt. Now it's time to get my quirt out. I'm not going to quirt this horse at all, but I am going to show him that it's here. You know, I don't think I've had bang. I don't think I've had a real snub like this since I was 20 years old, and it was Tom Hagwood was the last person that ever gave me a true snub.
Tom's a real nice guy, I tell you.
Tom's a hell of a guy.
He's a cowboy's cowboy right there.
Yeah. And a horseman's horseman. I think I'm ready for him.
Okay, sounds good.
Cody hands me my rein there. He's mine now. Everything after this is my fault. Stud horse. Oop, missed him.
No.
I'm just gonna try it. Turn around. Catch up again. Yikes! He doesn't really want to hook up with him.
No, I was just going to say that, Brett. And some of them, they want to hook up right away, and some of them just go independent on you. Which,
yeah.
Either way is good. Either way is fine. But if they go independent, all the better. That's nice.
Yeah. And so those ones that want to be more independent, and this horse isn't trying to be bad or anything, but if he was, Cody would then get in the middle and hurt him, push him around this round pen just like he would a steer. You want to just walk? That's fine. This first ride, I don't really care what happens as long as we don't get wrecked. Maybe he's gonna hook up with paint now. There he says, hey, I never saw you before. Where'd you come from? I've been looking all over for a guy like you. Get a couple strides at the lope. There we go, that's good, just to say we've done it. Heck, I'm gonna pull this colt up and we'll go the other way. Ooh. See if we can find paint again.
There you go. So sometimes you give your colt man some support, but let's see, in this case, I'll just keep walking on this rail like this. But if he happened to go out there and make some circles, well, eventually that colt's gonna see me, and then he might hook up. But like I said, he's pretty independent anyway.
Yeah, but that was perfect timing. Just walking along like that gave me a chance to let him find you. Let's hit a couple strides at the lope. There we go, just to say we done it. Means he's coughing, I'm gonna pull the plug here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. To me, and you chime in if you think different, Cody, but this is a pretty low energy colt anyway.
Right.
We only caught these colts about an hour ago. They've been on feed all day, and he's still this low energy. He's got that cough. He's not feeling 110% up to snuff. I don't want to do any more than what I did, because I darn sure don't want him ever thinking I took advantage of him.
Right, no, just a little bit at a time, and you know, some people look and say, well, you know, I get my horse doing this. Well, good for you, you know, but you got to consider that individual horse. They're all different, and have a little damn empathy for them sometimes, you know. And so this is, like you said, it's a low energy colt. It's not going to do you a bit of good if you go to beating on them just to get more out of them. That's only going to serve to shut them down. That's exactly what happens.
That's how I feel
with
too.
that. So so
since we did a traditional snub to get on, let's go ahead and do one to get off too.
Okay, sounds good.
Again, it's not like this colt damn sure doesn't need it.
Right.
But just for the sake of showing it.
Okay, sounds good.
So what we would do, you know, if this was kind of a bronc, if he was 4 years old or something like that, we had our little ride, we rode him down into submission. Now here's the scary part. Cody's got him. Now he's snubbed. And this is the part where, and there again, I can't reiterate enough, I don't have to do this, but I would be showing this horse, here's what I am, there's paint, he's helping you out, and I step away. And you notice I got a hold of his mane, like I said, getting off is more treacherous than getting on, as far as I'm concerned. I've got a hold of his mane. A lot of them will blow up and buck, and that's when they do blow up and buck.
You ever had one that you couldn't get off?
I've had, yeah, several.
You're out here, you'd miss your dinner.
Yeah.
And they'd be just tearing around Mach 10.
Yep.
And then they stop. They're all, okay, buddy, you all right? And then you go to step on, and bam, you're off to the races again.
Yeah, and you get your leg right about here. But so I've got him. So if I had stepped off and this colt had blown up, he'd push me away, and I'd be safe, and he'd be Cody's problem.
And he ain't a bad problem to have.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't no bronc, are you?